Andrew Carnegie's story begins in Dunfermline, Scotland. He was born on November 25, 1835, into a family of modest means. His father, William Carnegie, was a handloom weaver. His mother, Margaret Morrison Carnegie, instilled in young Andrew a love of learning. Life was tough. The Industrial Revolution was changing how things were made. Handloom weaving, his father's trade, was becoming obsolete. Times were hard for the Carnegie family. Despite their poverty, Andrew was a bright and curious child. He received a basic education, which was unusual for his social class. But his formal schooling ended when he was 12. The family, facing economic hardship, decided to seek new opportunities in America. They left Scotland in 1848, with hopes for a brighter future across the Atlantic. The journey was long and arduous. They traveled by ship for weeks, finally arriving in New York City. The Carnegies carried with them little more than their determination and dreams for a better life. They settled in Allegheny City, Pennsylvania, a bustling industrial town that offered the promise of work. Little did they know their young Andrew would one day become one of the richest men in the world. America in the 1840s was a land of opportunity, especially for those willing to work hard. For the Carnegie family, it was a fresh start. They arrived in New York City, a bustling metropolis teeming with immigrants just like them. The sights and sounds were overwhelming, a far cry from their quiet Scottish town. From New York, they journeyed westward, finally settling in Allegheny City, Pennsylvania. Allegheny was a hub of industry, with factories and mills dotting the landscape. The air was thick with smoke, and the clang of machinery echoed through the streets. It was a stark contrast to the rolling hills of Scotland. For the Carnegie family, finding work was paramount. William Carnegie found employment in a cotton mill, while young Andrew took on whatever jobs he could find. He started as a bobbin boy in a textile factory, earning a meager $1.20 per week. The work was tedious and demanding, but Andrew was determined to contribute to his family's well-being. Despite the challenges, America offered something Scotland couldn't: a chance to rise above one's circumstances. Andrew Carnegie, with his unwavering work ethic and sharp mind, was determined to seize that chance. In 1849, Andrew Carnegie, just 14 years old, landed a job as a messenger boy for the Ohio Telegraph Company in Pittsburgh. This was a time when the telegraph was revolutionizing communication, and young Carnegie found himself at the heart of this transformation. He delivered messages throughout the city, navigating its bustling streets with a keen sense of direction and purpose. The city was alive with the energy of growth and opportunity, and Carnegie was determined to make the most of it. This job, though humble, proved to be a turning point in his life. It was more than just a means to earn a living. It was a gateway to a world of knowledge and opportunity. Carnegie was a fast learner and eager to impress. He spent his free time studying and learning everything he could about the telegraph and its operations. He taught himself how to operate the telegraph, mastering the intricacies of sending and receiving messages in Morse code. This skill set him apart from his peers and opened new doors for him. His dedication and skill did not go unnoticed. Managers and supervisors saw his potential and began to give him more responsibilities. He quickly rose through the ranks, becoming a telegraph operator and later a secretary to Thomas A. Scott, as superintendent of the Pennsylvania Railroad. This position was a significant step up and provided him with invaluable experience. Working for the railroad exposed Carnegie to the world of business and finance. He learned about the complexities of running a large organization and the importance of strategic planning. He witnessed firsthand the rapid expansion of the American economy, particularly in transportation and infrastructure. The railroads were the arteries of the nation, and Carnegie was at the center of this vital network. He learned the importance of efficiency, organization, and strategic decision-making. These lessons were crucial as they shaped his understanding of how to manage and grow a business. Scott, recognizing Carnegie's intelligence and ambition, became his mentor, guiding him through the complexities of the railroad industry. Under Scott's mentorship, Carnegie gained insights that would prove invaluable in his future endeavors. Carnegie's experience with the telegraph and the railroad laid the foundation for his future success. It was a period of intense learning and growth, where he honed his skills and built a network of influential contacts. It instilled in him the values of hard work, innovation, and seizing opportunities. These values would become the cornerstones of his business philosophy. He learned the power of communication, the importance of logistics, and the potential for growth in a rapidly industrializing nation. The telegraph and the railroad were not just technologies, they were enablers of progress and expansion. These were lessons that would serve him well as he embarked on his own entrepreneurial journey. Carnegie's early experiences were the building blocks of a career that would eventually make him one of the most influential industrialists in American history. Section 4. Iron and Ambition, the Seeds of an Empire. While working for the Pennsylvania Railroad, Carnegie recognized the growing demand for iron. The railroads were expanding rapidly, and iron was the critical material needed to lay down tracks and build the infrastructure that would connect the nation. Iron was essential for building railroads, bridges, and buildings, the very backbone of America's industrial expansion. Without iron, the dreams of a connected and industrialized America would have remained just that, dreams. Carnegie saw an opportunity to apply his business acumen and knowledge of the railroad industry to this burgeoning market. He understood that the future of transportation and construction lay in the strength and durability of iron. In 1861, at the age of 26, Carnegie left the Pennsylvania Railroad to establish his own business. It was a bold move, but Carnegie was driven by a vision of what could be achieved with iron. He co-founded the Keystone Bridge Company, which specialized in building iron bridges. These bridges were not only stronger, but also more durable than their wooden counterparts, marking a significant advancement in engineering. Carnegie's company quickly gained a reputation for quality and innovation. The Keystone Bridge Company became known for its pioneering techniques and reliable constructions, setting new standards in the industry. They pioneered the use of iron instead of wood for bridge construction, making bridges stronger and more durable. This innovation not only improved the safety and longevity of bridges, but also paved the way for future advancements in construction. Carnegie's success with Keystone Bridge fueled his ambition. He was not content with just building bridges. He wanted to revolutionize the entire industry. He saw the potential of iron, but he also recognized its limitations. Iron, while strong, had its weaknesses and could not meet all the demands of a rapidly industrializing nation. Steel, an alloy of iron and carbon, was stronger and more versatile. It could be used in a wider range of applications, from railroads to skyscrapers, and offered greater durability and strength. However, steel production was expensive and time-consuming. The processes available at the time were not efficient enough to produce steel on a large scale at an affordable cost. Carnegie believed that by investing in new technologies and streamlining production processes, he could make steel more affordable and accessible. He was determined to find a way to produce steel efficiently and at a lower cost. In 1872, after a trip to England where he witnessed the Bessemer process, a revolutionary new method for steel production, Carnegie was convinced that steel was the future. The Bessemer process allowed for the mass production of steel by blowing air through molten iron to remove impurities. He returned to America determined to build a steel empire. Carnegie was inspired and ready to transform the steel industry in the United States. He poured his resources into building the largest steel mill in the world, the Edgar Thomson Steel Works in Braddock, Pennsylvania. This mill would become the cornerstone of Carnegie's steel empire, setting the stage for America's rise as an industrial powerhouse. Section 5. The Rise of Carnegie Steel Innovation and Expansion. This chapter delves into the transformative period of the late 19th century, where industrial magnates like Andrew Carnegie reshaped the American landscape with their groundbreaking approaches to business and production. The Edgar Thomson Steel Works, named after the president of the Pennsylvania Railroad, was a testament to Carnegie's vision and ambition. This facility was not just a steel mill, it was a symbol of industrial progress and a beacon of innovation during its time. It was the most technologically advanced steel mill of its time, incorporating the latest innovations in steel production, including the Bessemer process. This process revolutionized steel manufacturing by significantly reducing the cost and time required to produce high-quality steel. Carnegie's goal was to produce steel more efficiently and cheaply than anyone else. He understood that to dominate the market, he needed to outpace his competitors in both productivity and cost effectiveness. Carnegie's business strategy was based on vertical integration. This approach allowed him to streamline operations and reduce dependency on external suppliers, thereby cutting costs and increasing control over the production process. He sought to control every stage of the steel production process, from mining the raw materials to transporting the finished product. This comprehensive control enabled him to ensure the quality and consistency of his steel. He acquired iron ore mines, coal mines, and coke ovens, ensuring a steady supply of raw materials for his mills. This strategic acquisition of resources was crucial in maintaining a continuous and efficient production line. He also bought railroads and steamship lines to transport his steel to markets across the country. By owning the transportation networks, Carnegie could further reduce costs and expedite delivery times, giving him a significant edge over his competitors. This vertical integration gave Carnegie a significant competitive advantage. It allowed him to control costs meticulously, ensure the highest quality of his products, and undercut his competitors in the market. He could control costs, ensure quality, and undercut his competitors. This relentless pursuit of efficiency and market dominance made Carnegie Steel a formidable force in the industry. He also reinvested his profits back into his business, constantly expanding his operations and adopting new technologies. This reinvestment strategy ensured that Carnegie Steel remained at the forefront of industrial innovation. By the 1890s, Carnegie Steel Company had become the largest steel producer in the world. Its massive scale and advanced production techniques set new standards in the industry. Carnegie's success was not without its critics. Many questioned the ethical implications of his business practices and the impact of his relentless drive for efficiency on his workers. He was known for his demanding management style and his opposition to labor unions. Carnegie believed that labor unions hindered productivity and were a threat to his control over the business. He believed in rewarding hard work and initiative, but was ruthless in his pursuit of efficiency and profit. This approach often led to harsh working conditions and long hours for his employees. His business practices would later become a focal point of labor unrest, culminating in the infamous Homestead Strike. This violent conflict highlighted the growing tensions between industrialists and laborers, marking a significant chapter in the history of American labor relations.